We're missing a guy on team 1 again, twice in a row, but DJ joins back in over for team 2. Parasite first up versus Rosie. Got himself a sap. Backing up out of the immediately. Thark over for the team as well, ready to go. We got us Demonic as well as Top G waiting his turn with Rosie grappling in. Finally, we got a 5th. Finally, we got a full team of 5 there. What are you? 10 apparently holding up the team. We got ourselves jungle in here, Necro as well as Shed, with Rosie going in for a drone rush opener. Shadow Step onto Parasite, trying to see if we can get some damage in with a, was that a evasion just now? I thought we were about to say Cloak of Shadows, but I'm pretty sure maybe evasion. Trick it out for Rosie, as it's going to be a stun crashing down onto the rogue. Big Metamorphosis active with an I-beam. Cloak of Shadows out for Rosie, trying to see if he can immune some of the chaos damage from the DH, but also trying to stay on him as best as possible. That's going to be an imprison. Breaks out pretty quickly with a Blade Dance, gets rogues really low. Massive explosion from that Elysian Decree, but the rogue still holding on strong with a quick vanish to reset him very quickly. Does he still have dots? Quick blind. Looks like he is unable. Looks like someone is maybe hurting you a little. Some kind of a dot is keeping him in combat by the looks of. Blade Dance gonna get him super low. Does lock him down with a stun. Does he have a second one grappling out? But I think he may just go down either way. The blades do take the rogue down little by little, with Chinfu gonna be up next as Parasite mounts up, trying to see if he could rip the buffs off of Chinfu with a quick stun right after. Got himself the I-beam. He needs to make sure he gets himself the most amount of damage in the opener. Goes in for mad damage. Chinfu is just dead. Huh? Parasite just absolutely decimated the guy. What just happened? It happened so quick. I blinked for a moment and missed it. Are you kidding me? Jungle is up next as a marksman this time around, not a survivor. Got him some full true shot scatter, as it is an explosive onto Parasite together with a death shotgun. Did you know that you can actually go for scatter and then death shotgun or explosive, and it still does full damage to the Parasite without breaking the scatter? For some reason, scatter doesn't break to those abilities specifically. I don't know why. I don't even know if that sigil connected there, but it's going to be stunned into jungle with a massive explosion. Big Blade Dance. Jungle is in the bad spot right now. Needs a way out of this place. Might be an early turtle for him. Needs something right now. Does get cleaved down from the I-beam into a Chaos Strike, ripped in half with a big stun onto 10. Immediately got himself a full fearful dodge. Big PI. Dark Ascension, full Void Eruption, but it's going to be an immunity for Parasite, just trying to make sure that he's A-okay. I believe he still got hit with them. Mind games either way, though, as it is going to be a Siphon around the corner, slaying it very quickly. Interrupt onto that Shadow. He's going to be able to even remove some of the dots. Is Parasite the one that's playing the... No, it's not the Parasite that's playing the Immolation Aura Dispels. It's the other Demon Hunter, Chinfu. But it's going to be stunned onto Para, as he's not in a great spot right now, kind of out in the open. Does he have any ways to deal with this? Looks like he wants to back up out of there, as it is a full Void Torrent. Instead, turns around with a big old meta onto 10. Big I-beam, potentially big setup. 10 doesn't have a disperse. Hold on a second. Maybe he goes down already and try to see if he can stabilize him a little bit. But Parasite just cleaving him down entirely. Not even a competition, as he's trying to see if he can find Nectar. Stuns him before the sniper shot goes off. Quick scatter right after. Parasite charges in. Big stun. Massive explosion. Can't really do much about this. Got himself survival of the fittest, together with the fortification of the bear, as well as a turtle shell. Even together dropping down a sentinel. But it looks like Parasite is not going to be hanging behind the pillar. He's just on the offensive the entire time. Got himself full dots. Sustained damage is going to be huge onto Necrom. He needs to find a way to peel away from Parasite. If you got some steel trap, no, it doesn't even matter. The Demon Hunter, in 3 minutes, you were able to wipe everybody out in 3 minutes? Is this the fastest 5v5 1v1 we've ever seen? We've had 5v5 1v1s end in like 5 minutes. That was 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes. Huh? Okay. That's a first. I don't think we've ever had a duel end this quickly. Ever. And I've been doing these duels since like Warlords of Draenor. Like a full clean 1v5 sweep. That quick. What is happening? Let's get us another one going. Chill Pills first up versus Super Frosty. Oh, not Frosty. Oh, it is Frosty. No, it's Unholy. I saw the rune weapon and I thought, oh, Frost for sure. I gotta rewrite my brain. That's not a Frost thing anymore. Not a Frost only thing anymore. Ring of Frost down for Chill Pills to try to see if he can avoid it. The army of the undeads is gonna end up walking into it completely incapacitated, trying to see if you can summon up your big pet. That's a full set of slows. The Blizzard slowing down that entire army, not gonna get that much value for it. And Chill Pills trying to see if he can maybe reposition towards Super, chasing after the mage, gripping him in. got himself a decent situation where maybe he could go for an interrupt, maybe a second grip in case he needs to. There goes the interrupt on the fire. Super might be looking at Icebox right now, does go for the block. Chills does have a lot of burst, man. The Unholy DK burst is out of this world. They are not super tanky, but when they get us decent setup, they do a lot of damage. Polymorph out of Super trying to use the ice flows, I think it's called, in order to give himself casting while moving. And he's trying to see if he can pressure chill pills with polys, potentially with a frozen bomb. Look at this death coil is doing a number, especially if the enemy has a couple of festering wounds on him and you get a proc for death coil. It does use the charges or stacks of festering wounds as damage and also slows the enemy down, but it's quite bursted together into an interrupt on Arcane. Got himself the frost. Does he have himself on the second ice block? Potentially into a dome right now for chill pills. Looks like he's out of options. What he can do? Full rare frost on the guy. Super making sure that he got himself plenty of rage to make sure that Ice Ray can still do this full 40-yard channel. Chill's taking a lot of damage. Super trying to see if he can maybe glitch spike the pet while Chill Pills is fast on the approach. Ring of Fire down, and Super at least got himself at least a shielding second ice block. Chill Pills needs to find himself an answer here. Does go for the death pack. That gives him a little bit of health to work with. Part of it is necrotic out, but if Super sits in the ice block the entire time, he's not really going to be able to get any advantage out of that necrotic effect anyway. The main goal is going to blast it out by the Frost Mage. It is going to be an AMS for Chill Pills. Try to see if he can go for a grip. Yoinking him in. Full Apocalypse. That's going to be Super getting caught in the stun. I think Ultra Time is still active. Is that what it is? Yes, it's still active. He's trying to go for a big Glacier Spike. Does he get to? Blind? Oh, he doesn't even get a chance. Oh my goodness, not blind. He blinded him so you can't press the button early and just clawed him down. That is so good. Agony gonna be up next. Grip and Chill Pills immediately as the man having to press IBF instantly. I'm swapping the wrong person. My apologies. Into a Legionborn, looking for as much self-healing as possible. I think he's still got himself a Hunger and Rune weapon unless he's already used it. And the UI just doesn't track it whatsoever. Silence onto Chills cannot really do much in terms of certain DK spells. Like he can't interrupt while he's silenced, for example. IBF out of Agony, trying to see if he can take down Chill Pills really quickly here. Chills got nothing left, unless he can go for a stun. Got himself the army, blinded to Chills. If Chills got a stun, Agony does have an answer for this one. Chills just used to get away, let the army do as much work as possible. Trying to see if he can just stay aggressive here, looking for those death strikes. Got himself death calls available. Agony with a big heal, but does get himself his health necrotic. Chill Pills looking to barely survive this. Stun on the Chills. Agony is still super low. It's going to be able to get himself last death call on the Chills as the army of dead almost got Agony down. The guy is in agony right now, dotted up fully as Kevin looking to get himself an angle, leaping around the corner, looking for one execute. Does he get a second one? Stun, locking him down, nothing he can do. Full bleed, making sure that he goes down without a proper fight here. Oh my goodness. I like the Mog though. I like the fact that you're like a red Draenei too. It is going to be Scotty Yachty. I like that name. Scotty Yachty up next with a full-on burst. Crusade is up. Reflect up for Kevin. Does go for a disarm onto the Paladin. And while he's got himself the parry, he wants to stay in, get as aggressive as possible. Scotty looking to back the hell out of there. Does get hit with a stun. Could potentially be a tricky situation. Does get hit with a full Blaze Stone. It's going to be mad damage on Scotty. But looks like Kevin is doing just fine surviving. And Shield of Vengeance, Kevin might want to be very careful with that Shield of Vengeance. He got him some Blaze Storm. It's going to do a lot of damage back to him. Does he have a heal? Stun? And just over. Not much he can really do. Scotty looking to get himself a little bit of healing. Back it up out of there. Actually had himself flashing lights so he could spam in order to fully recover. Stun might be a bubble. Definitely has to be a bubble. Scotty at this point, I don't really know what you do in this situation. At least you can heal him. At least you can stand there and heal. But Slime charging now with a blade dance before you can even get yourself a proper go. Rosie with a shot him out for Slime though, avoiding a trinket out of Rosie as you got yourself foul eruption coursing out of your body, out of your demonic form, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to switch around my words here. I'll try to become a wordsmith now. Stun onto Rosie. Stun back into Slime 2 with a Sigil of Fear. Can't do much about this. Got himself another Tempest last second. Also another Tempest. Nether Walk, but both Demon Hunters. Darkness down for Slime as he got himself Ivy, but it's gonna get imprisoned. Oh no, Rosie backing up out of there. Right now, Slime needs a big go. Whoever's gonna get the next stun and the next big ability, I think actually they just die in stuns. Both of them die in stuns. Big cleave for Slime. Stunned back by Rosie though with a blade dance, exactly as I predicted it. Next stun wins this. With Jay gonna be up next, trying to see if he can charge in. Look at Rosie right now. He just needs a quick end cap and then touch of death the guy. Jab, Fist of Fury, doesn't even want to go for a touch of death. Did he get? Was that touch of death? No, I think it's fine. I think it still has a touch of death. I guess you could have just sent it, right? Because maybe you needed it for Necro, just to make sure, like, get him low, get him low, get him low. Ah, tag him, put him in the dirt. But I guess doesn't have like a very short cooldown nowadays. Because I know for PvE it's really good, but for PvP it's a bit of a different story. You gotta be a full burst on a J with a chimeric poison. I thought that was gonna be an explosive shot, but not quite. Necro does end up going for full burst with a true shot, so that's gonna be a lot of his damage kind of out of the window for Jay to deal with. A Jay should hopefully be able to approach it. Death Chakram is on him. That's a lot of potential damage. Leg sweep immediately onto Necro, who does have a trinket for this. Trinket for Jay right after. Does get hit with a slow. Necro, if you got yourself a decent setup right now, that slow is huge. Got yourself a bit of distance. There's going to be Jay trying to stay on you as best as possible. You got yourself arcade shots. Rapid fire just needs a little bit more damage. Disarm, last second, Fist of Fury, slowing you down. Necro does try to go for a freeze, but freeze into Zuen over the monk. Doesn't get to rid the guy either way, though. And it's going to be big defenses for Jay. Trying to see if he can take up as much damage as possible. Disengage for a moment. Karma last second. Necro just needs some kind of a CC, like a freeze trap on the guy. Turtle Shell. As long as Jay does not get himself any recovery in health, you might actually be okay. Necro just needs a good angle, get a couple of rapid fires behind the pillar, and he's going to be okay. Jay looking for that full recovery. Necro might be looking at a potential full camo, though. Does get himself the full camo. If Jay can maybe randomly find him or pick up the eye that's over on the other side of the arena, he might be able to get him here. Necro needs himself another sniper shot go with a Death Chakram rapid fire full setup. And I think you can actually do it since Jay's kind of hanging out in the open looking for the eye, or at least mousing over there, heading over there. He's definitely committing for it. Yeah, definitely committing now. Necro does get a freeze on the guy. Sniper shot. Jay knows exactly what to expect. Might be going aggressive with an incap. Does go for the incap. Charge trap hits him into a chimeric poison right after. Disarm onto Necro, but this kind of shot does keep it replaced into a stun. That's going to be Fist of Fury. Does break it really, really early. Big kick right after him. Does he have a freezing trap? He does, but he doesn't have mobility. Necro needs something right now. He needs a stun for Jay. If only he had a body shot or something. I think he might have just had it. Oh, Touch of Death did work out for this man pretty well, though. I was going to say, did he really need to save Touch of Death? He did. For that moment specifically. Does get him too. Just did 6.3 million damage? And only one kill? That is ludicrous. That is a lot of damage he did. Was that all just a super? I guess he did burn 2 icebox, so it is a full 2 reheals plus an alter time. However many times he got to use that, so it's also a full reheal. So I guess there's that. Let's get another going.